What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Starlight Digest, a podcast bringing you line talk and digesting Star Wars topics over 1,000 years. I was mad. I was angry, right?
You felt angry.
You're not like happy.
That's because of Cliff's comment in the dang it mute. It's not my fault that we're late. Anyway, this is episode 129, be recorded on October 4th, 2021. I'm your host, Darth Moocher. I'm your host, Darth Moocher. I'm joined here with Grand Admiral Franz.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
We got the Fallen Fett.
Hey, guys, what's up?
We've got Scott Solo.
What's up, nerds?
And returning to discuss more visions with us and Star Wars in general, Ayo, Mr. Sith Geek.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Whoa.
I will only answer that for the rest of this podcast. Anyone disrespects that name is probably going to get like a prize or something. So we'll figure it out later. So thanks for having me back on, guys. I'm excited to do this.
Yeah,
again.
man. We gotta finish this off, right?
Yes.
So
we have to. We have to dive into this.
Yeah, we've got. Honestly, we've got a lot to talk about. More than just visions and everything. But before we go to that, we want to make a special thank you for our Patreons. So Scott, want to shout them out for us?
That's right. I'd like to say a special thank you to all of our Patreon subscribers. We've got Justin the Vanilla Thunder, Mervine, Gavin Connor from the Holy Hour podcast, Don and Brady of the Escape Pod podcast on the Red 5 network. Hey, that's our network too. Crystal Lamphere, Brandon and Anya Epler, and AJ from the Forbidden Panel. Thanks, everybody. And if anybody else wants to log in and throw us a bone or two, we really would appreciate it. Log on to Patreon. I see you, Chris. Don't even go there.
Boner.
I did. I did. Patreon.com.
That's what I heard.
Patreon.com/Sarlacc Digest Podcast. Thanks, everybody.
And he said pop it in there.
We'll never be older than 13 ever.
No. This
is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, exactly. And being digested in our pit too. There are a lot of people hanging out there.
We do. We've got Douglas Tepper. We've got Santo 1414. Me. Bounty Hunter B&B. Gavin Connor's in there. Michael Gutierrez. Cliff. Mando Mike. And Clink.
Nice.
Clink is in there. Nice. So
Awesome.
Welcome, everybody.
Yes, welcome. All right. We had an exciting weekend. We went and we've been advertising this well, like the world trying to get back into the swing of things, the pop culture conventions, the comic book conventions are gearing up and they're in the swing of things. And so UNICON kicked off this last weekend and we were there. We were guests. Scott was one of the featured guests over there too. So let's talk about that real fast. Let's recap this real fast, guys. Because again, if anybody's thinking about getting out again and doing it, let's go. Let's get back to normal. It was a lot of fun. It brought back a lot of memories of doing this on regular basis and everything. And I missed it. It's one thing that I kind of came home was like, you know what? I missed that. I missed the camaraderie. I missed just geeking out with fellow Star Wars nerds and just pop culture nerds in general, right? So
it was a blast. Everybody was so damn nice. Like everybody talked to everybody and it was super cool. It was,
I was in full on show mode too. I was saying
Scott was awesome, man.
Freaking person that walked near the table got a hello. So
yeah.
He
was pimping his wear as well.
Yeah, and you know what? You don't have a better pitch man than Grand Admiral Franz here. Whenever he just jumps up before I can even say a word and starts going, "Hey, this is It was.
He starts being all humble while he's there. Look at this. You're talking to a Lucasfilm approved artist. This is his first comic in IDW #1 Star Wars Adventures. Then you got the show poster over here. He drew the show poster.
Yeah.
That you can go get signed by Ashley over there. Blah blah blah. It was awesome. We were rocking that.
Yeah. So what we want to do is that we want to bring this to our pit and our guests and everything like that. Not only is it like we're just talk about how good of a time we had at UNICON and all that stuff, is that, of course, we go right for the throat, right? For the Star Wars throat, right?
Right when I walked in.
What did we do when we walked in?
Boom!
Nice.
That's Timothy Zahn, guys.
Timothy Zahn was there. Scott met him. I met him. Chris met him. We theory craft with him for about 40 minutes.
We need to talk about that.
We need to talk about it because, again, this is relevant to the show. This is relevant to what we do. We kind of, again, theory crafted Heir of the Empire into Star Wars. Again, you know what I mean? So
right.
So go ahead.
That dude was in it.
Yeah.
So here's what happened.
Really?
So we start talking about Heir to the Empire because we know we're always theory crafting it, right? First of all, he makes very clear that nobody has discussed with him anything. He is on the back burner right now. He is on hold until Filoni is done with his stuff, so he knows where he can go if he can do anything. Right? But Filoni has it now. It's all him. They're not asking Tim Zahn. But we started asking. I said, "Oh, do you think we can play Heir to the Empire with a few tweaks into this Mandalorian?" He's all, "Why do that?" He's all, "It could have happened off camera already." He's all, "We're in the right time frame. There's no reason not to have had that." And I'm all, "Well, Rook's dead, right?"
Yeah,
and he's all, "Well, Rook could be a title. Why do you assume it's his name?"
Yeah.
I'm all, I said, he's all, "It's more important the things that, he's all, it's more important the things that aren't said than the things that are said sometimes. So if it's never said Rook family of this or this and that, and it matter. Anything can happen. He's leaving all sorts of things open. He said a couple of things I didn't agree with because I do think there are. He said there's nothing in his book that contradicts the sequels. I think there's stuff in the book that contradicts the prequels. So that could be an issue to me.
We're talking Heir to the Empire, right?
Right.
The Thrawn trilogy.
Okay.
Yes.
Clone Wars wasn't 30 years ago at that point, right? The Clone Wars was 20-something years ago. It wasn't like some Sabaoth was, all this kind of stuff. There's things in there that would have to be tweaked at least a little bit.
Right.
And then Jason and Jaina, dude, he threw out Jason, Jaina, and Mara that it could have happened off camera and they're all dead.
Right.
I mean, like he talked more eloquently than we just did right there.
Yeah.
But it wasn't by much. He didn't like go into detail how it could have happened. I didn't necessarily love the Jason and Jaina part. Mara could happen. I'm down with that happening. Right.
Yeah, I think his point was like it could be written in. It could be explained.
He said everything that's in Heir to the Empire is easily explained, and he basically has stories to explain it all out. I think.
So as he is explaining some of this, Chris, are you sweating? Because you're just like, wait a minute, I don't agree with that.
Did you see the picture of me with him?
I'm holding you back. Kind of
I'm geeking out with this dude. Like I didn't have this dumbass grin off my face the whole time and talking Star Wars with Timothy Zahn. It was incredible. Matter of fact, the whole day. I even went back at the end to say hi to him again and said, "Hey, I've been buzzing all day about this." And he signed something else for me.
Yeah.
Okay, but the man actually wore a jacket on Sunday just to show Chris the jacket.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, he says,
that's how close these two got in the 5-minute span.
Yeah,
we were talking about the Chimera tattoo,
Chimera embroidered in the back.
Right.
No shit.
We were talking about the tattoo. He's all, I have a Chimera jacket. He's all, I'll wear it tomorrow. Come over and I'll wear it.
Yeah. No, he's our friend, man.
Sure as hell he did.
Well, Tim's our homie now.
Yeah. Dude, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to take that information, right, and really break down a real good hot topic segment. Stuff how the Heir of the Empire can be going on the background, and we'll have to try to do it as 100% or pick and choose like where we're thinking it's really going, right?
How do we make the book fit in the background?
Yeah,
how do we make it fit in the Mandalorian?
Because we just scratched the surface of all the stuff they talked about. I mean, they got into Ezra talk. They got
we got
into a lot of talk.
It was pretty deep, and Lord of the Rings talk. It went into Lord of the Rings. That's how long this conversation went on for like a half a day.
Dude.
It felt like it was awesome.
It was pretty.
We were there pretty early.
You end up with?
It was 100 yards, and our booth was about 105.
Yeah.
So we're good. We were good at that
yelling
point.
at him at this point.
Yeah.
We had to tell. Yeah. We had to tell. We had to tell Timothy Zahn to back off. Or like, hey guys, hey man, we got a booth to man here. We came
out from behind his table to stand next to us, and we just all
Theorycraft.
Yeah.
We line talked it up, man.
We did.
It was
just forming at his table, and he's like, "Hold on."
Yeah.
What was awesome was I did pitch it. I'm like, hey, look, Tim, if you want to come on the show, I've asked you a few times and I've got no's. I said, but I'm going to ask you right now if you want to come on the show. He says no, and this is why. He says when he's in his headspace, which he's always writing, right? When he's in a writing headspace, he can't take half a day to prep for a show, then do a show. Even if it's 10-minute segments, he's like, I take a half a day to prep for it, and then do this. But yet we talked for 40 minutes like it was a damn podcast. Had we just hit record that right there with him,
he wouldn't have had any problem.
And we're like, man, that was just our style the way it went down. We just straight theory crafted and riffed.
What it comes down to, it just doesn't want to give us credit for all the ideas that we would have had on the podcast that he didn't use in the book.
I mean,
that's
you
the
guys
hard
should have thought
part.
that one through. I mean, you weren't in California. You don't have to ask his permission to record. You could have just.
We're in Nevada, by the way. I don't know Nevada laws, so yeah. I don't.
Well, that's what we find out. We take chances when we find out.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know.
One party consent.
I'm from California. I know I couldn't do it out there, but
hey, why do you know those laws there, Adrian? I mean,
I said some things I might regret.
Yeah,
it's neither here nor there.
But either way, though, I met Tim on Friday, and I said, just you wait until Saturday when Chris gets here.
Yeah,
it's gonna get awkward. So
it did.
It was a lot of fun, man.
I was beaming like a little kid, and I dwarfed the dude, and I'm just like, "Oh man, you're the greatest."
Yeah, and all the other
rest of the day, Chris was walking around going, "My job is done."
Oh, he was ready to go home. We just got there 40 minutes. We were like, "Can we go home?"
I'm good for the weekend, man. Send me out.
But on Saturday, whenever I walk in on Saturday to go to my booth, the guy who owns the show. Scott, come here. I'm like, okay, what's up? And he goes, okay, you guys are on at noon. I'm like, what do you mean we're on at noon? You guys are going to be on stage. You guys are going to do the podcast thing live.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. And he goes, I told you about this 2 years ago. You told me about this.
Well, and the plan wasn't to go on stage and just riff with each other. The plan was to take Dominic on.
Yeah.
Right. Dominic who didn't end up making it. He was going to be part of that. We were going to interview Dominic Pace on stage. That was the plan 2 years ago.
2 years ago. So he's like, well, is it cool? And I'm like, yeah, no problem. We got this.
Yeah,
sure.
So
then they show up and I say, hey, so this is
guess
happening.
what?
So Saturday, this is what we got to do. It was GoLive.Vegas. And I'm going to put the link to our little 25-30 minute segment, which was a interview / podcast, because we got the theory craft at the end. I'll put that in the same way. So please, everybody, check it out. It was awesome. I mean, we even had special guests show up. Maybe one of my favorite droids showed up.
Chris looks pumped. Yeah, look at him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was fisting, man. Look at that.
He's still riding high on the Timothy Zahn thing.
That's what
I'm always ready to go, bro.
Yeah.
That's what that picture says. Exactly.
I'm always on alert. I'm right now. You want to go?
We're the Sarlacc Digest boys. Suck it in.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun for us. I mean, just doing that in front of the convention and being it recorded, and actually it was kicked off live through all their social media stuff and everything. So again, I'm going to put the link in there so everybody go check it out, and it's a fun talk. You know, there were great questions, like amazing questions that all you guys would be interested in, even because you can put yourself into those scenarios and all that. And then again, we got to do a little bit of theory crafting, and a lot had to do with Timothy Zahn and Thrawn and Heir of the Empire. So
and Gavin Connor watched it. He just said we crushed it. It was a great
interview. Dude, thank you, man.
So that's awesome.
Yeah, I felt it was really fun, man. Like we were kind of nervous, like, oh, we're not prepared for this. I don't have my equipment, nothing. So we're like, all right, what are we gonna do? We're just going to just riff it up and just theory craft whatever. And then that guy just killed it with interviewing us, and it was just great.
No, he interviewed us. The Go Vegas Live Go interviewed us first, and then we riffed after that.
Yeah.
And we went into podcast mode on a theory craft.
Yeah.
But we told him what the topic was, right? We say, you know what? If we want us to do this real fast, we just talked to Tim Zahn. We'll just riff on Heir to the Empire being put into the Mandalorian. We'll just work that out. And he's like, okay, well, when we get to the damn podcast, this dude goes through like a set of questions with each one of the three of us. And he very, very magically, and he was doing separate questions all at a time, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All of us in the last one, he's all, give me your guys' wish, all three of you separately, on what you want to see. And damned if he didn't have it, like, we all looked at each other like, oh, we're going to end this on Heir to the Empire, so we'll end with Chris. So
right.
Just go boom, boom, boom. It was so smooth and perfect. We were so happy. It was like unscripted,
awesome.
But perfect. It was dope.
Yeah.
It was nice. It was comfortable. It was awesome. Yeah. And again, another cloud that we were just walking on going like,
look, here's the thing. When we started podcasting, we weren't going to make any money, right? We said we wanted to hang out and have fun, which we do. We wanted to meet and talk to cool Star Wars people, which we've done in the past, and we did this weekend like big time, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we wanted to get invited to conventions, invited, like, hey, you guys want to come out? And we wanted to be on a panel on stage, and we've done that so far. So we just want to go bigger and bigger now, right?
Right.
So celebration is now the ultimate goal. That's where we want to get to, is a celebration stage.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, there's not a celebration this year, right?
Next year. In Anaheim, and May 26th it starts. Yep.
So, Star Wars folks that are listening, because we know you do, right? Go ahead and invite us on. We're ready. We're prepped and we practiced. So
yeah.
call us up.
There was
right.
a lot of other Star Wars actors there. You know, I mean, from minor roles to Emily Swallow.
The armor.
Was there?
She
The
was
armor.
amazing.
She was there.
So
Really?
nice.
Well, Omega. Let's call it what it is. She's Omega.
Yeah, she's Omega. So, we got who else?
Adrian, had you heard that yet?
No.
I'm sorry. I'm convinced that the armor is Omega. That's where we're at.
You're talking about the kid from Bad Batch?
Yeah.
Yes, and then the
It's
heavy.
not happening.
There's no way that's her.
Yes, it is. And
No
heavy Mando.
way.
Hey, watch. And heavy Mando
Really?
is going to be
John Favreau.
Wrecker.
No.
Watch. I'm telling you,
I
it's
can
going to
see
come out.
that. Heavy
Yeah,
Mando is
The big boy.
John Farsharam, though, right?
Favreau. Yeah.
John
Yeah,
Favreau.
that guy.
So he'll just be.
What the hell?
Listen, and that was never confirmed, by the way. I don't think anybody ever said it was. We just all figured it out because it sounds like him. I don't think it's in the
It's his
credits
voice.
or anything.
It's his voice.
Cliff says, "I'm with you, Chris."
How
there you go.
how does Omega become the armor?
She
Oh,
just
no. This is
is.
gonna take the
Okay.
whole
She
damn
just
show.
is.
Here we go.
There he goes.
Because
Yeah.
now she's taken off, right? There's got to be
Okay.
people that help her. She's going to try to go to Mandalore, and it's going to get wrecked. And this is all that time frame of the siege of Mandalore and everything going
Right.
on, right? So she's going to go knowing that she's Mandalorian blood, but now a foundling. She's going to find a bunch of foundlings, and eventually they're just going to work this new sect out, right? And that's what they're going to be. Her and Wrecker are going to help lead these Mandalorians, or whoever's going to help them out and make this new side, right?
Okay.
They're where are they from? They're from Death Watch, right? They're the Sons of the Watch. Right,
Yes.
so somehow that'll
We'll
work
take the
out. She'll
founders.
get hooked up with Watch to be safe, and
Okay.
over time, we had this. It's way more than this 10 seconds we're giving it, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Over
Right.
time, it becomes that sect that Mando is with, and Omega's leading that, and Wrecker's one of the people. That's just how
I
Michael-
can see Omega.
God hates it, but I'm in.
Michael
I don't
Gutierrez
know
just said
about-
Omega can't be the armor. We know that.
Why?
Michael Gutierrez.
No, we don't.
We're just
Why
letting.
couldn't
We're just letting Chris.
There-
We're letting them run with this.
Wait, yeah.
It's
How
not-
do we
not-
not know that? Right.
Right?
If it's
There's
in.
no way it wouldn't be said. Oh,
Right.
take that comment down, Michael. It could totally be.
Right.
Wrecker being
love
the
it.
heavy Mando, though, I don't see that.
After you told
Wrecker's
us it's on,
too much of a
then what
brute.
happened?
They
I
already-
don't
He was
know.
a brute there, right? And he was ready to kick Mando's ass in a heartbeat. Like the
They
second he saw
already-
him, he was ready to punch on him.
They already gave him a name though.
Right.
He's one of the Vizslas. I mean, he's a direct descendant of Pre-Vizsla. So it's,
Oh, there you
it's
go.
not Wrecker.
They
There you
just
go.
changed the name. We know Wrecker had to take a Mando name on.
Oh Jesus.
That's right.
Chris is sweating again, so it's getting
ain't sweating.
serious.
He's flexing. He's flexing. He's ready.
Yeah, he's got that
he's ready
fist,
to
man.
go.
I'll move it down if you want me to flex.
Right. Ready to go all the time.
I don't
Ready
need
to
to
go.
move it down.
That's hilarious.
Good Lord.
That's hilarious. There's one point I want to make, and then we'll get to the one of the major guests. There is that there was other actors and actresses there, and the ones that were involved in the Mandalorian or Book of Fett all echo the same thing that we've been being told, meaning
All of them.
just wait and see. It's gonna. You guys are not gonna be disappointed.
We can't even say who they were because they were telling us they were in it. They're not supposed to tell
Yeah.
us they were in it.
Yeah.
Off the
So-
record, right?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
They didn't give us any like major plot. They just said if you see my name in the credits for this, and we might actually have some of them on. So stay tuned on that. But we'll have to wait for the Book of Fett to.
We do have
we
a
wait.
confirmed guest
What?
from the Mandalorian will be coming on in January.
Yeah,
Well, we
I-
know
Wait
the,
until-
the
Nice.
Book of Fett is in December now, so
Yeah.
Mhm.
December
Yeah.
29th.
hopefully soon.
December 29th.
Right. We
Yeah.
can get
Yeah.
some of those guests on.
They
Yeah.
said they'll probably be in. They're in the opener, but it probably wait till the second or third episode to get them on.
Right.
And we're looking
Okay.
at 10 episodes with that too, right?
I thought it was 8.
We don't know.
But
Eight?
I don't. Well, I don't know.
not
You know,
sure.
I don't know if we know. You're right because
Yeah.
it's 6 for the other ones. Like
We
Obi-Wan
need
is
know
something.
six.
Kenobi
It'd
is
be
6.
awesome if next week
Obi-Wan's
we got
6.
a trailer or something, or the week after that. That would be cool.
wasn't the
Yeah,
rumor
I think we need a trailer soon.
There's already a rumor about a trailer coming.
November
Like,
12th? I think was the rumor,
Yeah.
right? Mark,
Yeah, I've heard rumors of November 12th.
but we all know how
I'm
those
hoping
go.
that yeah.
You know, we should have
exactly.
asked one of them. I don't know if they would have known, but that would have been cool.
Yeah. But
You know,
yeah,
I'm standing there talking to Misty was it Misty
Rojas.
Rojas, thank you, about just her
who plays
death
Quill?
scene, who plays Quill
and
And Frog Lady.
Frog Lady.
So
yeah.
I'm talking to her, about her death scene and how you know it was kind of heartbreaking when Queel was dead on the ground there. And she starts talking about, whenever John gave me the script for that, I'm like, fuck, she's talking about Jon Favreau right now. Oh my God. She's on first name basis with this dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's so cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I will say, because she didn't say not to say it, but she just said she did mention Mandalorian season 3, like they're starting to film now and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So she's going to have a role in it. And, you know, again, I wasn't told not to say that. So I'm saying it, that she's going to
I was just not saying
as another character. Yeah, well, we had other people tell us not to say anything.
When you're handing out jobs, remember who didn't say something.
But then they got to think about this too. They told you in Nevada, you're now in California.
That's
right.
As soon as you cross that state line, that's
right. Rules change, man.
Vegas stays in Vegas, isn't that it?
We went through the checkpoint. Do you have any fruits, vegetables, important information? Nope. Just go.
None of that.
Just let me through.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yes. Yeah. Dee Bradley Baker was there.
Dee Bradley Baker was there.
He was there. We met him. Or I know Scott
him.
and I don't think Chris. I don't know if Scott and Chris.
I thanked him for being a big part of our lives and being a voice of so many people that we love and cherish. Man, that was a cool little talk too.
Yeah, it was.
Let's talk about the big one. I'm ready for the big one.
All right.
Well,
so
wait. Jim Cummings was there too. Hondo. That was pretty cool. So.
Okay, he don't even like Hondo. You know he doesn't even like being Hondo. He's all Pooh Bear and Darkwing Duck. You mentioned Hondo. He's like, Hondo. What's a Hondo?
Yeah.
You can see it on the signature you got from him. It's like Jim Cummings and everything's real nice, and Hondo is all scribbly and nasty.
He's just like left-handed. He switched hands. He's a he
went left-handed.
He put also known as Darkwing Duck on a Star Wars poster.
Right.
Whenever he was signing it for me.
Says, "Oh, father."
Yeah. So
when he was
we had a lot
for me, he actually broke into Darkwing Duck's voice.
Nice.
Talking to Darkwing Duck. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Here we go.
Eek.
Yeah, that's.
Can I frame this up for you real fast? This is Scott Kruger, right?
Yeah.
That in front of him is the show poster that he drew.
Yeah.
Now, and in front of Ashley Eckstein there is an Ahsoka poster that Scott drew.
Yeah.
Oh.
She is signing the Ahsoka poster for Scott. Scott is signing the poster for Ashley Eckstein.
Nice.
Scott traded autographs with Ashley Eckstein.
Yeah.
I did.
How wild is that?
Multiple times. Go up there. I'll trade you this. I'll
dude.
trade you that.
I got this one signed by her.
Yeah.
So,
she's awesome.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Once he know that they were hanging out, like she was cool with them, he just kept going back. Oh, look at this. The security.
Yeah.
I walked
Ashley's personal security detail.
I walked into the photo op and she looked at me and said, "Scott, right?" And I'm like, "What's my name?"
And then she said, "Who is this mountain of a man?"
Yeah.
Too much for her to handle.
And I'm like, "That's Marco, but he's not coming in."
Yeah, exactly. well, we're here hanging out, you know, whatever, and they're trading signatures. We're just in awe. But Chris decides to like, I'm gonna sidestep here and try to take a snapshot.
Ashley,
no way, Chris. No way.
Get that damn camera out my face.
Yeah.
She's about to use the Force, dude.
Yeah, that was funny. We all know.
Stranger danger.
Yeah, no, we all know that was mid pose or looking up because she's a really, really nice person.
Right.
She's quite possibly the nicest human being I've ever met in my life.
Nice.
But we thought that was funny.
Hey, and he knows me, so that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
Because I'm probably the other nicest person.
That's right. That's right. We know Scott.
Absolutely.
Scott knows Ashley Eckstein.
He does. They're buds.
Now, guys, we had a blast.
Me and her
again.
manager were. We ended up being pretty close at the end.
Yeah, you guys were. That was wild. So you need to hook this interview up for that one needs to come up too.
I'll see what I can do.
Cliff, where was Butcher in this? I was on the floor, passed out. Absolutely. Like, as soon as I heard her say, "Come here, Sky Guy," I was like, done. Just done.
See, afterwards, I was kind of upset Scott and I weren't in Jedi garb around her. Like we were all perfectly sized.
Anakin and Obi-Wan, right?
Ahsoka, Anakin, and Obi-Wan. We were perfectly sized. I was pretty mad.
That's so cool, man. Yeah.
Robes next time.
Any other highlights you guys want to throw out there for the show? I mean, again, this is like Something I
we
think
can take up the
Kickstarter-
whole show talking about the show. We got
Yeah, we
other
can, we
topics
can.
to get on, but it was just really neat.
So
Scott,
many.
Yeah.
Scott, thank you for setting that up, man. That was
Yeah.
rad. That was very cool, dude. It was an experience we'll all.
I hope we
Love
can
it.
do it again, and this time bring Fallen Fett with us. And
Yep.
Yeah,
be great.
yeah. I'm sure. Like again, celebration.
Adrian
Anaheim
can
this
go
year.
too, but he's got to buy a ticket.
I'll show up.
Yeah.
I got ways. to
we-
get into those things.
We
And
were
yeah,
talking to
Gary
somebody,
Cole will
and
be there one day. He will
I got
definitely be the one
I
to
got knee
end up
pads
with
in the trunk of my car. Come on.
See,
I'm not
he will
getting
be the
into
one to
those
end up
things.
with a restraining order after.
Yeah.
we were talking to
She's
somebody
like,
though,
"You
that
again?"
actually knew the Fallen Fett's name, which was
Oh, yeah.
which was pretty
That's
cool,
right.
too. Yeah,
That's
Well,
right.
what happened was there was a toy photographer, right? And they would come over and they were talking, and he said he was going through how people take pictures and such, and I had seen his work. I said, "Hey, do you know of Sergeant Bananas?" And he perked up, right?
Yeah.
I'm going 6 degrees to Kevin. I was 6 degrees to Kevin Baconing, right?
Right.
I'm okay.
right.
You know that. I said, then he's all, of course I do. He's top notch.
Yeah. He went. His
Okay,
reaction
cool.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course
That's
I
what he
know.
did.
Like,
He
yeah.
did. He made that move, top shelf,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then I said, "Oh, well, then you know the Toy Migos." That's what it was. It was the Toy. He's
Uh-huh.
like, of course I do. I'm like, okay, cool. I said, then we
Yeah.
said Ernie's part of our crew too. Ernie's on the.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I
he's
did.
like, oh, cool, awesome. It was wild how that worked out. But
Yeah. It was really cool,
Yeah.
man.
yeah, neat.
Yeah.
That's very awesome.
Yeah, we were basically like 2 degrees,
Yes.
separate. It was neat.
Yes.
Again. I love it.
No, I'm glad you guys had a great time and made all of those great connections. I'm glad a con was actually back in full swing and people showed up, and most of them did. So that's really cool. But the connections are what it's all about, like I told you guys before, and
Yeah.
the shaking the hands and smiling and everything. So that's way cool. I hope
Yeah.
we do get some of these special guests on, and I definitely want to attend the next one. You know, it sucks I couldn't make this one,
Sure,
but
man.
you know, with freaking COVID and we got to change, you know, around and everything. So that just sucks. But congrats, Scott. That's awesome. Chris, I know you were probably on cloud 9. That's amazing. And Moocher, you need to be in more pictures next time and really get yourself out there.
agreed.
It's kind of creepy when you stand at the end of the table and just stroke your beard. And you're looking at everybody.
he was doing a lot of that.
right.
a lot of-
That's his go-to calming.
That's the sexier
Nobody
now. What are you
knows
talking
that.
about?
Right,
Oddly, there was a lot of requests for that. So
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this: the biggest all day. Hey, that nice beard. Nice
Yeah.
beard.
Right?
Him and everybody with the beard nodded at each other. It's like
Yeah, right. Everybody
It's a
walks
secret
by,
society.
he's
Oh,
in
yeah.
the corner. That's it.
we had our own convention.
you really did.
Yeah, we
They were talking about beard masks for 5 and 10 minutes with people. I was like, what are you guys
Oils,
doing?
different oils. That
Oh, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Mask
yeah.
You can
face.
see mine tucks fully in.
Yeah.
What
How'd
kind
you
of
get the
weapons they-
salt and pepper coloring? It's like it's age, man. You know, and yeah. So
I was asked to draw Darth Moocher, which was
Oh, yeah,
fun. But
Really?
as Darth Vader, yeah.
Very
So-
good.
Where's that?
Hold on.
well, Chris left it in my car,
It's in your car.
but it's just at my work because I took it out. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
I'll,
yeah,
I'll come,
Scott-
I'll come get it on Wednesday. I'll come.
All
get
right,
it
cool,
Wednesday.
man.
It's
Cool,
Darth
cool.
Vader's helmet with the beard popping out of the bottom.
Nice.
Who was the who was a cool person who was non-Star Wars for you guys? Because I mean, this was a big con with all different types of people.
Well, Sam Jones and I passed in the bathroom a few times, so he was pretty
Whoa.
The Flash,
Flash Gordon, not the
Flash
Gave
Gordon,
the-
not the
gave the
Flash.
head-
Yeah.
Gave the head nod.
Yeah. Oh
Uh,
no, it was
yeah.
hey buddy. Hey dude. You know.
Yeah.
It was it.
Yeah.
Or
I don't want to
brother. It was
mention
him and
any
his
of the
brother.
wrestlers because I just don't want to mention them because they're real beat up in life, and I just was like,
Oh no.
But,
yeah, it was
yeah,
a
I
little
just-
sad.
On,
Oh, that's tough.
on Rascals beeping, it wasn't. Cool.
It's very
Oh,
tough, man. The life that they
no.
lived and you can just
Yeah.
see how hard they've pushed themselves.
You should
Yeah.
you
You know?
you would think they'd be taken care of, especially these
Yeah.
these big name guys too. It
Right.
was like,
Yeah.
man,
Whoa.
It really sucks.
yeah.
If we were to get into a documentary to make money, that would one to be in of
absolutely, man.
how you're just left and forgotten, and now
Yeah.
you're on this circuit.
Oh, dude, that's
And
terrible.
what was he? The Silver Ranger or something Ranger next to
Oh
us?
yeah,
from,
Dwayne Cameron, who was right next to
yeah.
us.
he was cool as
Um,
hell the whole time. He even moved with it. We moved spots one day, and he came with us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, for
What
real?
is a Silver
Yeah.
Ranger? What is that?
he's
I
a
don't know
Power
what this-
Ranger.
Power Ranger.
I
Power
don't know if it's
Ranger.
Silver or not. I
Oh.
don't know. But he was
Oh.
in SPD and Dino Thunder and Operation Overdrive. This guy, so whatever Ranger he was in all those.
Yeah.
So
Did he have a
He was-
fig yet, Scott? Did Hasbro do a fig of him yet? think?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Ask. I
Oh,
didn't think
okay.
to ask.
Yeah.
But Scott was doing drawings for him, 5-minute drawings for him, for him to sign for his people.
Guys, at
Oh,
the end
for
of the
real?
show, you two had already left. But at the end of it, both he and the guy that he was there with, the pop guy, asked me to join them on the convention circuit
Neat.
next year. So
you going
I'm
around
like,
it's like a circus, dude. It's like,
are
wow, they
you
all go
kidding
together.
me?
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
When you share rooms with Lou Ferrigno, you know you've made it.
Yeah. So in the future, you're gonna have Scott giving us the death stare look.
Yeah, that's exactly gonna be it. You used to podcast with that guy right there.
Dare you take my picture?
Right.
Oh man, that's jacked up. This is not the photo op. You did not pay for this pic. Buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
No,
No.
I just caught her mid look up,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
she,
yeah.
I was like
It's
Scott's PR dude. She knew I was
Yeah.
taking pictures because Scott was getting. She knew what was going on.
It was
Scott
hilarious,
didn't
man.
even tell you, but when she actually bent down and she said, "Scott, is he really with you?" And Scott is saying, "Yes, that's just Chris."
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
that's
she
my
came up and did
bodyguard.
the smile. Yeah, yeah.
That's
Because
awesome,
they do,
guys.
man. They get pissed. That's why I was talking about Ferrigno, dude. I almost got killed
Oh,
for taking a
Ferrigno was
picture of
serious
him
about that.
at-
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He
at
could be-
SDCC. Like they threw me up
Yeah.
against the wall and everything, and I'm like, "What the heck, man?" Yeah, like
Yeah.
I did not
He's,
know that was proper etiquette. You know?
Yeah. No,
But
yeah.
you can't. Yeah.
He's some of those guys are no joke, but no.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, we make this full circle Anaheim Convention Center next year because they're all going to be there, and we go back and say, I want Scott to go to Ashley and say, hey, and see if she goes, what's up, Scott?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Do you
not
want to
gonna
do that
happen.
or not?
That's
Do
not
that?
gonna happen.
I'd rather not do it and just say it in our heads that we had a headcanon it that it would.
That's
happen.
true too. She said
rather
that.
do
No,
that.
I will be at the celebration one at that table, and I'm going to wait for it to happen too, if she does or not. It's either going to be, all right, that's cool, or and that's what she
I'm
waits
hoping
for.
I'm hoping her manager's there again, because if her manager's
Yeah.
there, we're like this. So I'll
Yeah.
be like,
Nice.
hey man, what's up?
To
She
get
freaked
then,
out when she
then
saw
talk
the
about,
tattoo.
uh,
She freaked out when she
nice.
saw the tattoo. So
Yeah.
she'll
that's
see
so
that,
cool,
and then
man.
she'll know. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. that'll
That's
happen.
where we want our table to be. It is right next to her.
Right.
We
Right.
almost
Yeah.
moved our table right next to Timothy Zahn, but we thought it would be
We
a little
did.
awkward.
We almost did. They said we could move it wherever we wanted.
I would have
Wherever
done
we
that.
wanted.
I would have done that.
The next
Well-
day, Kevin Nash was next to him.
No,
so
Greg the Hammer
yeah.
Valentine, when he was giving us the evil eye, the side eye, when we were talking to someone, I was like, no, I'm not messing with that dude.
Dude,
Greg
was
Valentine
massive.
and
Greg the Hammer. Well, it's
Yeah.
been a while
Yeah.
since I heard that name, dude.
right.
Yeah.
He'll put you in a figure four easily still.
Yeah, I don't want
care
that to
how
happen at
old he
all.
is.
Damn
Right.
right, man.
Yeah, Kevin Nash is still a big dude, too. We
Dude,
still
he's
see him
huge.
in
Yeah.
Frank's.
Yeah.
Every now and then he'll still show up to Frank's. So he's a big dude.
Wow,
Yeah,
cool.
it was massive.
Yeah.
No, everybody was super cool. The whole convention. I'm hoping that they do it again next year. I really do. I think Unicon should be
It's got a
around.
3-year lease.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Yeah. So there's
know,
at least two
again,
more.
How big is that floor? Is it nice size?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
I-
big, bigger than Frankenstein's.
I would
no-
say it's about Anaheim Convention Center, one of their hall size. You know, their
Okay.
main hall. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
That
it was
sounds-
pretty good,
Yeah, sounds nice.
and it was wall to wall filled. You know, they
Yeah.
had wrestling going on. They had arcade. Dude.
Yeah, they
it was
couldn't turn
it was
the
smart.
wrestling
You
off
know.
a little.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was some empty vendor stuff, but it's
Yeah.
COVID, man. You're gonna have that, right? People get sick and can't go or can't travel.
Were
or
they
something
asking
happens.
for like vaccination proof
No.
and stuff like
No,
that?
no.
Just
No,
wear. They
that's
asked you to wear your
Wear
mask.
a mask.
Just
Okay.
wear a mask.
Yeah.
And even then, when you're behind the booth, dude, you can see all our pictures. We weren't talking to Tim Zahn with a mask on or Ashley Eckstein
Right.
with a mask on. It was
Right.
it was just once you were behind the booth, you were fine. You know,
Yeah.
Okay.
walking the halls, you were being cool, but
Yeah.
back there, you were all right.
All right, cool guys.
It's kind
Well,
of cool that in this day and age you can kind of use that to the people you don't like. So whoever
Right.
walked up and was being a jerk to Scott, Chris could have said, "Put your mask on."
yeah.
Mask on and back off 10 feet.
Right. Yeah. Mask it up.
Unless you're gonna buy something.
Right. Exactly.
And
Six,
I got to
six
tell
for
you,
30.
Chris
Nice.
is a hell of a salesman. He's all making deals whenever I'm away from the table.
Well, when you grab someone by the neck and say buy this, I mean, yeah, they're gonna buy something. It's
Point
like
is if Chris started
You like
drawing
this, don't
crap,
you?
dude,
Don't
Yeah.
you like this?
I started drawing.
Scott
I
comes
started-
back. Here's Chris just all.
I can just see a kid.
I
Like,
was signing his
"Sir."
pictures, doing 5-minute sketches of stick figures. I was all over it, dude. I was all over it.
Can't you just see Chris like $20, kid? But it
Right.
only says 5, sir. $20.
$20.
That's hilarious.
$15, little man. Put
Right.
In my head.
Tell your
Yeah.
mom I said hi. That's great.
All right, guys. Let's move on to other Star Wars content, other things that's going on in the world, like Disney Plus stuff. So just real fast, I know, like, Book of Boba Fett, December 29th.
That's it.
all of a sudden,
Attention
Corinne
breaker,
comes
had to
running
be
up.
done.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Right?
Yeah, so we
You know what?
got
normally,
a street date.
normally we'd be on hiatus right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No,
every
we're not.
year we've been on hiatus on December 29th. We're not going hiatus
No,
this year. I
we
assume.
are recording that day.
I would think
so-
so.
Yeah, this
right?
is Book of Fett, dude.
Yeah, I would assume
Yeah,
we
man.
have to. So
Yeah,
good.
Yeah. So that
I
was
didn't care. That's all my feed was. I
right.
swear to God, I didn't. That
Yeah.
poster, and it's just a freaking poster.
Yep.
Like of just him literally in a different position on the throne.
Yep.
That's it. That's
Just
all
shifted,
it was.
shifted
His
cheek.
butt
She had
cheek
the
was
sword
sore.
kind of bunched
Yeah.
up, so it kind of had.
That's all it was, dude. And just, oh my
Yeah.
God. Like,
Oh man. All right.
Yeah.
So did anybody see the Lego Terrifying Tales that came out?
Yes.
It,
Not
it was
watched
fun.
it yet.
It was
Yeah.
fun. Like
Yeah.
loved it.
I just want to put out there again. It's a fun little Lego story. Like last year they did the Christmas one. This year they did a Halloween one, and it was really cool. And
This
they
was
did,
great. I love this.
Yeah, it had like
Loved it.
little short stories intertwined in it, and they actually based it off real horror movies. You know, like the first one was based off the Lost
Lost
Boys.
Boys
Yeah,
was
yeah, it was.
one of my favorites.
I'm just, yeah, man. Like I said, it was fun. It was funny. It was cool. I thought the visuals were awesome. You know, Christian Slater doing the voice of Ren. The whole it was honestly a what if Star Wars. It really was the version of what if. You know?
because we got
Especially
the
the
canon,
third one.
Yeah.
'cause we got
Yeah.
the canon version of that first story. The how Ben met that Ren in the comics, in the Marvel comics. I want
Right,
to say
right.
last year. So that's the actual canon. And I
Right.
thought, well, what are they gonna do with this? You know, but they brought in the Lost Boy elements. They
Yeah.
parts of
I
the
like
movie
this
when
version
they're hanging
better.
off the train. And
Yeah.
this was fun. This was
This
fun.
was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
still, and it dives in a little bit deeper what actually happened to the temple. We didn't get that in the comic book.
Right.
Cool.
Right.
So
Right.
I loved all of that. It was
Yeah,
so
man.
cool, and the deeper in the temple with the Sith artifacts, all of that was so cool. I loved it. And that
Yeah.
the last story with Luke, I'd take that. That was awesome. I didn't want any kind of Star Wars what ifs, but you put it in Lego form, go for it all day.
That's what I'm saying.
Wookiee's
Yeah.
paw of him just wishing everything.
The Wookiee's paw.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Paw. That was great.
Yeah.
Luke got everything he was wishing for.
Yes.
But yeah, so he went to the Imperial Academy. So that's what happens if he didn't get stuck there. If he went on
Right.
his merry way
And they
went to the
still
academy,
left absolute points. He
Yes.
still blew up the Death Star.
and it had to be him. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
right.
still
Yeah.
blew up the Death Star. Exactly.
Yeah, you blew up the Death
spoiler
Star.
alert, Scott. We're sorry.
Yeah.
That's
It was
okay.
so good.
I'm gonna watch
Yeah.
it after we're done talking. So
Yeah.
But yeah,
Quick,
even
quick.
like everybody in the pit, go check that out. That drop. It's a fun little thing. You can watch. It's kid friendly, of course. Lego. It's slapstick. It's awesome.
I wanted more Emperor. My
Yeah,
favorite
Emperor's funny,
Lego
dude.
is Emperor. He always is. Even
He
just
is
a
all the
couple
time.
seconds he's in, you
Yeah.
don't want a chair or anything. Like,
Yeah.
It's great, man.
Yeah, you're right. I love him.
Yeah,
Um,
Emperor is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, again, we invited Sith Geek, Mr. Sith Geek. Got you.
Thank you,
I
sir.
got you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
We
sir.
invite him back because we have to complete our vision talk. We have 4 more episodes to kind of get down and break down and everything. And Chris and I, we had a long drive to Vegas and drive back into and with traffic, and we broke these down like to a T. Just talking
We
about
should have been
what we're going to talk
recording.
about. Yeah.
We should have had it. We talked about having a camera in the back, like hitting the back of our heads, like,
Like-
we were Mystery Science Theater,
Dude.
but in a car. They just
Yeah.
shadowed going back and
So
forth.
I'm going to try to
That would've
remember
been awesome.
half the stuff that we, just kind of pick up on these points and everything. But I'm hoping everybody in the pit here, if you got a chance to watch Visions, if not, this is your spoiler moment right now. We're going to talk about the last 4 episodes of it. So again, there's your warning if you haven't seen it yet, and if you haven't, go check it out and then come back on the pre-recorded or the recorded version and finish the talk here. So. We left off. We left off at the 9th Jedi. We talked about that, and so the next episode was TOB1 or Toby, right? The
cute.
people call it the Astro Boy episode. So
Exactly.
I saw
I'm so-
Pinocchio.
I'm
So-
talking with T-Bob.
So
Yeah.
Scott, you called it's cute, but here's what I was like really getting into, and I think I teared up at a point when I was talking to Chris about it. Like, you take this story, right, as the child spirit of George Lucas writing Star Wars and why he wrote Star Wars, right? And I vision this TOB1 as that person dreaming off to the sunset, trying to be somebody, somebody important. This robot was left desolate. He had a master, nothing but his head and fantasies to fill it. And then he actually like dreaming about becoming a Jedi and take it to the stars and defeating the Empire. Right? That was like the heart and spirit of Star Wars. It's that sense of adventure and thing. And I thought this one nailed it. I thought this one really epitomized Star Wars as a fan, like a fan viewing it, but then putting in a Star Wars and then expanding from there. So, again, not my favorite, but as far as the heart and soul, I thought this one nailed it. I don't know how you guys felt about it.
I enjoyed this one, dude.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
I really did. Yeah, I said it was cute. It was sweet. I liked it. It really did seem to hit those tropes.
Heartstrings. It really did, I have this quote on my wall, and it's from George Lucas, and it says, every kid's imagination is to grab your laser gun, hop in your starship, and go, save the world. And it's like that is his quote, and that is like what we take to our action figures as a kid, not as an adult, because that's different, in our lightsabers. And we, those paintings. Remember those paintings with the kid with the cardboard cut out, and he thinks he's Boba Fett. You know what I mean? It's just that. Yeah. That's what this episode really got to me. I was like, this is it. That's heart and soul right there. And so that artist and everything nailed it.
This is supposed to be an android, right? This is what we're okay. So because he said he had these dreams, but then he would also get visions. Is that not the Force calling out to him?
He was almost sentient.
He said it. I could feel something call. Yeah. Something's calling out to me. This is not just me dreaming.
Was it because though the kyber crystal was powering him?
I thought about that too. It has something to do with that. It might have something to do with that. But
so a different level for a droid. For a droid not to become force sensitive.
Yeah,
that's more of a you can't be a droid. But if you were powered by a kyber crystal,
which is living,
correct,
has the force.
Bring on these things for you.
Yeah.
That was my thing. That was a little bit different.
Yeah, I just like I said, you take a step back and it's like a big dream, this and like Pinocchio, it's a Pinocchio story. Yeah, I want to be real, and he dreamt, he had all the tropes. You had the mentor that got killed by the Sith Lord that came down to your planet, and you faced him and you defeated him, and it was awesome. Like it was
awesome. That's probably top 3 or 4, top 3 or 4 with this. It's probably that and the Elder were probably tied up. Which is wild because they're complete opposites.
Yes,
but I probably liked them about the same. I'd say.
Oh no, I got the Elder way up there. We'll get there.
How about we just jump right into the Elder?
All right.
Let's go. Okay, so with the 9th Jedi and the Elder, these two are neck to neck as my absolute favorite. Elder takes the top spot, and I'll tell you why. Because
here we go.
This is, dude. If any of these scream Star Wars, this is it. This is your typical, like Chris was saying, some of these have just like, they did a cartoon and they just threw in some things to resemble Star Wars, but this had it all. They had the Master, the Padawan, and the Sith Lord in this, who's the Elder, and he was absolute Sith. Like, this is the epitome of a Sith Lord, exactly what he wanted to do.
100%.
Yeah.
And they let us know this over and over when he keeps saying, I wish I was younger when I met you.
Yeah.
So, you wouldn't have stood, and that's how a Sith thinks. Like he might kill me right now. He's more powerful, but if I had him when I was young, I would have destroyed him.
Right.
But the Jedi thought the same thing. The Jedi said the same thing. He says, "Lucky I met him now. If we'd have seen him 10 years ago, this would have been different."
Yeah,
and the Jedi who's voiced by David Arbor, right? David Arbor from Stranger Things.
Yes.
Yes. And how this began too. They're sitting in a Master and Apprentice is sitting in a starship talking, and it's totally Qui-Gon and Anakin. I mean, it really is like they're dynamic, right? Where the Padawan is sensing something, and the Master is like, you know what? Hey, just we have these kind of things, and it's like
it could be Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what
what I'm
I'm
saying.
saying?
That's what he meant,
it-
not Anakin.
Okay, he said Anakin. That's why I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm sorry. I misspoke. Thank you for calling that. Thank you for calling that out with all my friends in chat and everybody here. No,
Apologies, sir.
couldn't just text me on the side. No, no, I'm cool. But yeah, it's the Qui-Gon Obi-Wan dynamics, and
Yeah.
it was like for like
100%.
5 minutes, right? Like 5 minutes of just sitting in a
Yeah.
starship talking about their
Life.
roles and
You know what? I'm gonna
Yeah.
nitpick that just a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
There we
No, not a bad thing. The story wise, nothing at all.
Yeah.
What dragged that out for me and took me out of it a minute was I didn't like the timing on the discussion. It didn't feel like they were in the same room, right? It felt like it felt like they were recording in separate rooms, and this guy was just saying his lines, and this guy was responding the way he
I
thinks
hear
somebody
you.
would say it.
There was like no feeling.
Yes,
No
100%.
feeling.
like
Yeah,
George
I
Lucas
got
would
that.
write it.
I got that. I hear what you're saying, Chris. 100%
Yeah.
hear what you're
Yeah.
saying.
That
And I
was
like
it.
how everything stops as soon as they come out and they're in that space and like, whoa, like it hit like a ton of bricks. Like something's up here. Like there's something here that's we can feel it, you know. That right there, I'm like, it's gonna go down. You know, it's not just
Yeah,
a
it
regular
changed when they got
disturbance.
down. It changed when they got down.
It went a little harder when they got closer. So
Yeah,
that
agreed.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is
I
where
understand what.
everything starts coming together.
Yeah, I understand what Chris is saying. It's almost like George Lucas's dialogue writing, a style of writing. It's like there's two people having a conversation, and almost like they're not really having the same conversation, but they are at the same. It's like weird kind of.
They're not responding. It's like you're in text and you're trying to read somebody how they're emoting. and you
Yeah,
can't,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
And that's what they're doing back and forth. I just didn't
Right.
dig that. So I don't know if
It
that
took
was the
me
style on purpose.
Yeah.
But
It took me a little bit out of it because I really wanted to know his full name. Like we had Luke Skywalker, which is
Right.
okay.
Right.
Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, like that. And then he was just Dan, the Padawan. That was weird. That did it. Kind of right. Did that not like take it away a little bit? Dan.
Yeah,
what's wrong?
yeah.
Like I needed another name
Dan.
or something because it
Yeah.
was just that was very just common of
it's so
you
weird.
know, right? Yeah, Skywalker, Obi-Wan, like you said.
That's so
Qui-Gon.
un-Star Wars. You know what I
They
mean?
have-
Right,
they had
and you're saying it, and I'm like, yeah, his name was Dan.
They had that in High Republic too. I forget the name now, but there's one like
Yes,
this one's,
you're right.
it's like Terry or something. You know, it's like, hey.
Right. Yeah.
My name's
yeah.
Joe, the
How's it going?
Padawan Joe.
You know
What's
what?
up?
The reason I look at this is probably why they're tied because you have
I
this
think you're
really
muted.
dark, this really dark Sith.
Doesn't matter.
One right here, right? And then you have the Toby one, which is the really lighthearted Jedi. That's probably why they're the same. They're the exact opposite
Right.
stories. And that's probably why they're tied up at 3 in my head because I like them both equally for different reasons. And
Gotcha.
That's it.
No, man. Like, and of course, you know, again, this is all a ploy of the Elder, the Sith Lord, to bring in a competition because he's wants that last, you know, battle to prove himself as a Sith Lord, and so he sends out this kind of like distress and a ripple in the Force to lure these Master and Padawan to him and to kill him, you know, to beat him, and then they duel. You know, when he duels the Padawan, and Padawan, you know, or of course, there's a lot of Jedi Padawan talk about like, you know, be mindful, but go seek this out, do whatever, and they discover it's a Sith Lord that's seeking them, it's hunting them.
Did you feel like that was purposely done? Like he let presence be felt? That's what I felt.
Yeah, I it was on purpose too, because again, it was like his dying wish. He was out there like,
there you go.
I need one last hurrah, even if it kills me, because that's how Sith do it. You know, they're just it's all about the competition, one up. Absolutely, everything is just bonkers on them, right? So he probably felt their presence in the system. Let's do this. I'm dying. That's why he's called the Elder.
Just bonkers. I hope there's a point in Darth Sidious tells Vader, you know, it's time to just go bonkers.
Yeah, right. The one thing I actually would like as a story progression and stuff, when he dueled the Padawan, he did quick work with him, and it seemed like he killed him, you know. And then he fought the Master, and of course the Master got.
He laid him out as bait. That's exactly what I got. He didn't kill him.
Yeah, I was actually hoping. I was actually hoping he did kill him. I mean, that would have been.
Oh yeah.
And not for any vindictive, not for any vindictive
Oh, that's
reasons.
exactly
It's
where
just,
I was going with it.
Yeah, it was just. I just felt like it'd have been a little bit more emphasis on the because after the story was done, again, this is my kind of only gripe on it, is when they walked away, it was just kind of like, you know, all right, business as usual. Let's go on to the next adventure. But I wanted it to be like a life lesson for the master. I just, I felt that.
I picked up on other things. I picked up on what this elder did, what this former Sith master. He left his order. He reminded me a lot of what Darth Bane's order would have been like. You don't leave a trace of yourself behind. You get rid of all evidence, right?
Right.
Even when you're dying, whatever you can do. That's the reason why he blew up a ship, because that's all his information, where he's been, where he's going, whatever. He probably had a holocron in there. We don't know.
That's right.
And it leaves it open, like, I'm hoping they can dig into his backstory too.
Yeah,
and this was
deserves a book too, man. That really does. Yeah.
This to me, I think Joey called it out last week. Shout out Bootleg. This is more of what a real anime could be. This to me was like Ninja Scroll meets Star Wars. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Ninja Scroll. If not, please watch that. It'll blow you away. Not around kids though. And the way they came together for him to like, okay, this guy, this Jedi Master, he's strong, but I'm gonna give him a chance. I'm gonna pull out, and then when he starts, he takes care of his blade, and then the Force starts crackling in his fingers.
Right.
Like you're like, holy shit, it's happening, right? But this guy, he knew what this was. The master was like, wait a minute.
He even said, he's like, he said this technique. Yeah.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And the way he takes him down, the whole, that little distraction, turn it off, get you in there. Holy crap.
Right.
Hate to see the Sith go down like that, but that was awesome, dude.
Yeah.
So what did he turn into?
Like dirt, like rubble.
Like what? Like
he disintegrated.
Well, Sith. This is what. Well, Sith. Oh, what did he turn into? Oh, yeah. He like disintegrate. Yeah, it was funny.
I would say dust.
It was really weird. So on my end, it was really funny watching these kind of things. Sometimes because we talk about it too much, like I place us all in different scenarios during them. Like if I see it, it reminds me of something. And this episode reminded me of everybody. Like for reals, I felt like the Jedi Master was Scott, who knew everything. And I felt like the Padawan was Chris, especially when he said, what did he say? He goes, but if I see it, right, it sabers out, right? Like, he was he wanted to jump in there and get it.
Like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, it sabers out, right?
I better be the elder.
No, dude, I feel like you were the village people. Yeah,
you two are definitely the village people.
Yeah.
Was I the animal that was slaughtered? What the?
No,
I could be the elder.
You were definitely George Takei.
And like the elder was definitely like Adrian and Joey. Like
That's
it had everybody's perfect of what they like. You know what I mean?
Bullshit.
It was great, but being the toy guy out of this one again, as far as merchandising,
oh yeah, dude.
I want it.
It would have been great to have the elder as a figure. It would have been great to have Toby as a figure, because I'm still going through this as our case build.
You got it.
What we should have got.
Yeah.
They dropped the ball with that, I think.
Yeah, it would have been perfect
if
a Build-A-Figure would have been Toby.
Yeah.
Because he was right. Like, come on.
That would be awesome.
And then role play wise,
make too much sense.
That was the third one, right? That was a saber. That was a sword. Like, I want that so bad.
Okay, I still have a beef with the saber as a sword. I thought it was I thought it was a cool idea at first, but two of the shows in here, whatever the hell, and the one there was the two I really hate, right? Were the ones that were very un-Star Wars. They had samurai swords colored as sabers. It's because I keep saying they're just making it up. They already had these built, and they're just making it Star Wars. They just threw the color on it. They already had a samurai sword.
And it was.
I was down with the elders.
That was cool.
That was
really cool.
Because that was different. Now you could tell that this story was actually Star Wars.
Correct.
You could tell that this one was made for it, and they stylized the sabers. I was totally 100%.
Well, my favorite part was that you had sabers in the rain. Like, is that not the coolest when it?
Yeah, I always love that.
You can see the smoke. Yeah. The details to that was fantastic.
Yeah, the Anakin and Asajj fight back in the old.
There you go.
That was the best one. The first time we really seen it sizzle, and that's what I love. I love that. It's a sweet move.
Nice.
You couldn't hear it as much in this one, but you saw it and you knew what was going on.
Yeah.
So that was great.
Did you enjoy this one, Scotty? Is this one of the ones that was up there for you?
Absolutely. 100%. I thought it was great. I don't really have a complaint about it at all.
Yeah.
I'm
top notch. It was great.
In the
Yeah.
top
Yeah.
though, like still, is it like 1 or 2 or?
For me,
Yeah.
I'd say it's probably number 3 below the Ninth Jedi and the Duel. I really like the Ninth Jedi, the Duel, then the Elder, then possibly Lop and Ocho, because I really freaking liked Lop and Ocho.
Let's just jump to Lop and Ocho.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna send that to Scott because I know that he was convincing me more about Lop and Ocho. So Scott, take it away, Matt, because again, I had it kind of like, oh, that was cool, and then you started talking about it, I'm like, oh, I like it even better. Yeah. So go ahead.
I mean, taking Jackson's people and actually bringing them into canon than just being in a comic book and an action figure.
The Marvel character, right, Scotty, from back in the day?
Yeah.
The Marvel bunny rabbit.
The bunny rabbit. Yeah.
Yes.
I knew it.
Well, he's not even back in the day. He's here now. Sorry, Scott.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
He's back. Okay, good.
Making him an enslaved person, making them enslaved to this race, and the idea of not having a family but being adopted into a family that sees you as one of their equals and all, sees you as a family member, it hit really, really deep with me. So I absolutely love that, and the handing off relics of family heirlooms to that person, and it was very emotional. It was wrapped up in this really cute bubblegum looking cartoon, right? But that disappeared. There's a lot of layers there. Like you peel away.
Yeah. And that went away.
It did. It was beautiful, and I really enjoyed it. So
especially the paradox of this one. I mean, actually, I had some real conflict. The one sister went to the Empire to basically say, hey, look, save my family, stop doing this, and I will join you and I will help you with the Empire and all that stuff, because they needed soldiers. And the other sister, the adopted one, I think her name was Ocho.
Lop.
That was
Lop.
Ocho. Oh,
that
was Lop. Okay.
That was Lop.
Yeah, Lop was like, no, we'll fight. We have to do this. And even the dad was giving up. And it was. It had it reminded me of the movie Snake Eyes a little bit. It really did not the movie. I guess Snake Eyes in some of the comics, like where they accepted Snake Eyes more than they did Storm Shadow. And
jealousy
kind of
Storm
stuff.
Shadow
origin story.
It's the
origin story. Yes.
So that it reminded me of kind of something like that, where it's like the family, and that's probably why Ocho went and said, "Look, I'm going to do this, and it's easier to leave my family and go do this, but I'm doing it for my family." Yeah,
I feel like she did that more for herself than she did her family.
There was some selfish
things. Yes.
Even if she would have done it for all the right reasons, that's one of the underlying themes in Star Wars, is doing the bad thing for the right reason. But good intentions. The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
There you go.
Right.
Love that.
It's very on par with Star Wars. So I love that.
Man, that segued into the last one too. If you went road to hell, we can just jump into the last.
Let's do it. Akakiri, right?
I can see what time it is. Yeah, and I'll just blast it and leave it to you guys.
Go for it. Yeah, please do, Chris, because again, Chris. Talking to Chris on this one.
No, I was taking a segue unless Scott has something else. What's that?
I'm with Chris on this one.
Oh, so here we go. We got this whole story again, right? You can replace the word Jedi with samurai the whole time. That's all it is, right? We go through this whole story. And in the end, let's just get to the end of it, okay? His sister dies, and he wants to bring her back, okay? He talks to this lady, okay, to bring her back. You're thinking it's Sith and Jedi. This isn't a Sith Jedi issue. This is a heaven and hell issue. He's dealing with the devil right here. He's selling his soul to save his sister. A Sith isn't bringing somebody back from the dead right there in front of you to make a deal to come be my Padawan.
But a Sith will use you and make you believe that. That's exactly what they do.
And then you're coming with me. Stop, dude. There was no.
I'm telling you.
They did the same thing the other one did, and they added some Star Wars elements like in 2 or 3 places, and you just took a come with me. And by the way, and then they literally said they made this character a female to add layers to it, which I think is just silly. At that point, you're driving me nuts. If the character's female, I'm cool with it. But don't say you did it to add layers of complexity to the character.
Because it wasn't expanded on. Like
it didn't matter to me. Whatever walked out the door is what I knew. Yeah. Right? It didn't matter. That didn't add any layers. The layer is they had their samurai swords out and everything. It just colored a different color. This could have been anything else. This is the devil making a deal to save the sister. Now you sold your soul. That's all that was.
I agree with Chris that it was like the least Star Wars in the type of like lore of it, and it was a cartoon that had they put this overlay on it to like, oh, here's my project, to make it kind of familiar. What are your guys' take on it? Like,
go ahead, Ernie.
Yeah, go.
I didn't like this one at all.
Yeah.
I've tried to watch it over and over again, and all I see is once that sister comes out and everything, it's a lot of Final Fight vibes for me, like the characters from Capcom's Final Fight. Like, the build and the drawings. I think because we grew up with so much that's all I kept doing with all of these was like, what do I know? Like I said, the T-Bob one was because of the robot. It was like Mega Man's Dr. Wily meets Dr. Robotnik, and they put them into one. That's all I kept seeing on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then this one, like I was trying, but I kept seeing too many other things. So that's where I can agree with Chris, where we've said before, like this is somebody else's story, and they just tried to fit stuff in. Because it didn't keep me like in a Star Wars type of feel.
Yeah.
Okay, see, I'm not an anime fan, right? But I was gonna do this for Star Wars. I'm like, okay, cool. Logan's an anime fan. This gets me into anime. It gives me something else to watch with Logan, right? I'm gonna go this the world. I got bamboozled into watching two anime shows that had nothing to do with Star Wars. I don't want to be tricked. If I'd have watched all these things and they were all Star Wars anime and I dug it, I might try something else. But you tricked me, and I feel ripped off. And I did.
All right, look, I'm with you guys with some of those points. The animation, Ernie, I feel you. That's one of the things that threw me off right away.
It was
this
weird.
is not the kind of animation I like. It's like
the faces were strangely flat.
And it just looked weird. Yeah. But the story, I believe, was there, especially when it comes to Sith and Jedi. That last part, but the one Sith, this very uncharacteristic of the Sith is they'll take you, bow down, take that journey with the Sith, but they're gonna kill that Jedi right after. They're gonna kill it to bring your anger out, to bring you more to the dark side. To leave her alive, that you do this, we do that. Like, I don't believe in that.
That's what the Sith don't. No, exactly.
They do not do that.
Dude. You're making my point, dude. That wouldn't have happened if it was a Sith.
Would not have happened.
That's what I'm saying.
Would not have happened. So but the lore of it, I can save her. I can save her if you.
He literally, she literally,
here.
But she literally did save her. That's the problem.
That was my big issue.
Don't come with me. Like the Emperor with Anakin. Come with me. We'll learn how to do it. I'll teach you how to do this. It's going to take some sorcery, some dark magic, some whatever the hell. Not poof. She's up. Come with me. That's.
But at the end of that, when Palpatine tells Vader now that Anime died, and he gives out this note, did
you just call her Anime?
Smiling, dude.
He's I'm texting everybody. He's
like, he's super happy about that.
Can we kick him out now? I mean, he just called Padme Anime. That's
Padme.
No. Okay, you get a pat. Now we're even.
There we go. But this is where it lost me. It lost me there. I was digging that story. The anime was messing me up. But then we'll come over. I'm like, all right, now kill the Jedi, kill the princess.
Yeah.
She does not stay alive. Like, build his anger, make him hate you more. Like, let's build a strong Sith faction.
So you wanted her to die, her to save her, to kill her again, to make him more mad.
100%, dude.
Because double death is worse than single death.
The Sith are known for it. Now that is planted in his head. The revenge for him to build that strength.
The Sith are not known for bringing people back from the dead just to
kill. No, not that. No. But killing what you love to bring out the hatred in you.
But she was already dead, dude. She was already dead. This was not a Sith move. This is a devil move. He brought her back.
Well, see, that's where, and again, AJ, that's where, like, I'll be completely honest. I saw it once, and I was like, as even Scott and Chris were, I don't remember. I was like, I'm like, that happened because I must have just, whatever. But I get Chris's point where the mythos of it, I guess, was more angels, demons. And it versus like I know like AJ, I know like
you could have removed you could take the colored blades off and every time they say Jedi say samurai and you were done. Non-Star Wars. That's all it was. There was nothing about the Force and all this, nothing in there that needed to be there.
Yeah.
Right? It was.
But and also in a sense, again, like, you could probably twist some of those things and make them like Adrian was saying, maybe see it that way. again, it's all in the.
But it's
artist's
already a what if. Why would I
Yeah.
what if a what if?
That's what we do sometimes, baby. We what if the what if. Yes.
What if a what if? What if this what if happened? And then
That's hilarious.
Multiverse it.
I didn't hate it, but the
hear you.
anime style threw me off. The story had me until it lost me, and it could have finished way stronger. It was disappointing, but I didn't hate it.
I really do need to watch it again because honestly, when everybody's talking about it, I'm like, I don't even remember. But I don't even remember.
Give it another shot. I gave it a few shots. You know.
Okay.
No, I told you. I asked you. I said, watch these two again and just make the point of every Star Wars thing they mention, how out of place it is. Like it's like that.
The Bride does that terribly. You got it on that one. You call it 100%. That
did you watch it again? Yeah.
Oh, did you actually dive into the director's commentaries?
I didn't add any more. No, I just the ones I.
I know.
I dove into the ones I liked. So the Ninth Jedi, the Elder, the Duel. I watched those, and those were
the whole origins. With Kathleen Kennedy. Did you guys see that? Where they go, hey, we know you guys have these stories. Now add Star Wars into that. When I heard that, I was like, ooh.
And two of them
proves
did it
Chris's
very
point.
late.
There you go. There you go. You know,
Lazy.
where the other guys were like, well, I'm already a Star Wars fan. Won't I just bring out what I love about Star Wars and then build a story around that? And then that proved on some of the
as over the top the Twins is, right? As over the top that story
it's
is.
A Star Wars story.
That got the point. That was I'm gonna make it anime over the top, ridiculous with 35-foot lightsabers and all this nonsense, right? And being in space. That's anime style over the top, right? So at least that was Star Wars.
Yeah.
Toby was Star Wars. You know, everything but those two. Those two were not.
Yeah.
The Bride and this one.
Yeah. Well, cool guys. Hey, this was a lot of fun, right? I mean, I love the whole debates because everybody sees or interprets Star Wars different a little bit. You know, like you can probably make a case for a lot of things that weren't Star Wars, but twisted in there, and then there's the obvious, you know, Star Wars things are like done. Like Toby to me is like heart and soul. End of thing, and you know, period.
La Pinocha with the Empire. I mean, there was some very Star Warsy stuff. I mean, obviously, and then the ones that were close were awesome. You know,
we can all agree though that we want a season 2, right?
Yeah.
I said this last week. Yeah, I said this last week. I don't think we're going to get a continuation of these current stories. I think we'll just get a whole slew of another 8 or 9 episodes. You know what I mean? That's what in my head, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they will continue some of them, or it'd be kind of cool if they did too. I'm okay with it. But
I'm thinking Ninth Jedi and Ronin get their own spin-offs.
Ronin especially, right? Or the duel.
Yeah. Well, that's already getting the novel, but those are strong enough to get their own thing.
Yeah.
So I really think Ninth Jedi is gonna. There's probably something in the works like that anyway. We're probably thinking. I imagine not necessarily that one, but I mean. You know, a way in the future type of story needs to happen.
So, and maybe just check who you're giving an opportunity to, and don't give the check to the kid who didn't do nothing on the project, and he got the A.
Yeah,
like with those two, because like I said, that's all. I
agree. Like Scott said, some of them.
Correct. Yeah. Like let's continue on, but maybe check it this time. Now that you've had the chance, we got the 9 episodes. You know what I'm saying? And if we are going to get a season 2, and you have differences out there, then you kind of check them a little bit as far as okay, what'd you do here? Like, all right, well,
exactly.
Looking for a little bit more Star Wars.
Were there 8 or 9 episodes? I forget.
9 total.
So 7 out of 9 being pretty good or better is pretty good, right? Two hated. That's a solid percent. And those 2 wouldn't have been hated had they followed a little bit different formula.
Right. Which is like OG Revenant Proaxium's comment, right? If Visions was experimental and if the reasons if it's good, it got a good response, I'm sure we'll get a part 2, season 2 continuation or whatever. And like I was saying,
hey, what's up, Tommy?
Yeah,
Tommy.
Yeah. And I think it would be kind of cool to take this segment, like this was all Japanese anime and Japanese writers and stuff. Let's take it to like South America. Let's take this to Europe. Let's take this to Russia.
Oh, dude, I love that.
And have like a multicultural, a different, cultural. Like, what does this culture think of Star Wars? And let's lay out stories that they have, you know, because again, it puts a lot of their own ideals and culture into Star Wars. You know, the samurai sabers. It is. I know, Chris, that's like it's kind of a cop out, but it is a. It's. I was almost waiting for it.
I was waiting for it. Remember when there was a prop replica we saw, and I was like,
yes,
that's pretty cool, right? When you
It was
think
almost
about
expected in this, though.
Yeah, and even when in the duel, when he pulls it out and it's a blade already right out of the sheath, I'm completely down with that. I think that's all awesome. I like that. The reason I hated it is because I happened to be in the two that I knew were copping out.
That's true.
That if you put that in any of the other ones, it was a little bit.
Because
It was a little
when
bit
you
elder,
see that,
it's
they
cool.
just colored it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
You're trying to get one by me, and I'm not an idiot, and that's the problem. They treated everybody like we're a bunch of idiots on that one. And
I mean, right, Scott? Scott, literally, that is your background. So I mean, like what we're saying isn't like we're just hating on it, right? I mean, literally, they could have just colored it, right? Like, right?
Put an overlay.
Yeah.
Put a glow overlay on it. There you go.
See, that's what I'm saying is like, like people, because if you're going to get the ones who are, no, these were all original and, oh no, that was great and this and that. I'm sorry. If you look at it, it wasn't a Star Wars story. Like me and Chris are saying is, it just looks like you turned in something that was already there that you had and you did this. There's got to confirm that, it can be easily done as far as just.
Did you get the check from Disney? $3 million? Okay, cool.
Right.
There it is.
Yeah.
Boom.
You know what? I have to ask this real quick. Scott, if you did have a chance to be part of something like this, would you stay in the main Star Wars universe, or would you do something like Visions did and branch out with a whole different story? What would you do? What would your idea be? I'm just curious.
I'd do what we've been talking about doing, and that's go back into the past and maybe create a new story that's, thousands of years in the past that deals with the Knights of the Old Republic and stuff like that. That's where I would go with it.
Correct.
The cool thing about Visions, though, is it didn't really give you any time frame. I mean,
I love that.
Some were like the Ninth Jedi, where it was you're assuming so far in the future that Jedi are even more of a myth than they were in the the 20 years between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope.
Yeah.
You never know.
To write a story that there's abundance of Sith and abundance of Jedi, and you can intertwine that instead of like two and then Master and Apprentice, like all these kind of stuck in the same realm of like, except for the Ninth Jedi, right? But in the same realm as like you only got one bad guy, maybe two good, Jedi. It never really gotten that like before the Rule of Two kind of stuff.
Now I wanted to ask something, and it kind of the holocrons we get from Disneyland. I'm sorry, this came out of nowhere, right?
Yeah,
but I know. But we had mentioned holocrons a minute ago in the Elder, and it stuck in my head, and I made a note. The other one before that we had talked about, there was a holocron, and it was powered by a crystal, by a kyber crystal. Did you notice that in the episode? Which episode was it? We had just talked about it. Where they had a holocron. No, today. Sorry, it was Terrifying Tales today.
It was Terrifying Tales. Yeah.
Oh, did you notice that? That it was powered by a kyber crystal?
Yeah.
Is that, I wanted to ask this now while we're all on here. Have we ever seen that before?
Well, in Disneyland, that's it.
That's
right?
what I mean.
Because
at Disneyland, we don't ever question why there's a crystal in there. We just figure it's just giving us different voices, right?
Right. That's a great point, right, Ernie? I mean, that's like the something they took right from Batu.
Again, marketing,
and put it in this.
I had never seen that.
Oh, shit.
Darth Maul,
Dude.
nothing else had ever talked about a kyber crystal. Even
and
when
it does look
created
like
one
too.
Bane created one. There was no talk about kyber crystal.
Well, you know what? I was going to go right there. And Tommy, if you're still on, correct us if we're wrong. It might have mentioned something like that in there, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100%. But
Tommy
it sounds
don't know.
very familiar.
I
Tommy would know. Tommy would know.
Hey, I know. It didn't mention it. I'll tell you right now. How do you not know? It's right behind you.
I haven't read it in about 3 months, so let me
it's right
back
there.
into that.
It's right there too.
That's right. Yeah, there you go.
That's right.
There you go.
But there's no kyber crystal.
So the one in the Legos that you're talking about, and it does look like the one at Batu.
Yeah.
With the triangle and the turning and it powered. I thought of the same thing too.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty neat. I mean, again, Lego and Visions are not canon, right?
In Legends.
Right. Yeah.
There you go.
But not in Bane. We just specifically you said in Bane. Wait,
in Legends.
Yeah. I specifically said in Bane, right? So, Tommy, in Bane, in Legends, did it say kyber crystal? The answer is no. 100%.
Right.
But
all right, yeah.
Fight.
I'm looking at my novels like,
what you doing?
One of you
Hey, what you coming on Star like a phoning a fucking friend for? What are you doing? Come on.
Wait.
That was my one. And I saved it.
But hey, wouldn't you guys agree that would be a great hot topic debate?
Oh,
Not
man.
debate.
Yeah.
Not debate. Not to. I'll reword this. A great
Discussion.
research and bring that to like kind of finalize what that
And
what Legends is doing.
You're,
What
you're
Fantasy
lucky I
is
show up on Mondays.
and with that, everyone, the
There you go.
the death stare. All right, guys, let's wind down. Thank you. That was awesome. Let's get out of here. We're over our time limit. We're gonna continue this again on Monday with all new whatever's going on in Star Wars rumors, whatever drops. Maybe a trailer of Boba Fett is sooner than expected. That would be awesome. But I think what I've heard was November 12th was the date. But again, from nothing official, nothing. Yeah. I just want to put my fingers crossed because all the stuff that we heard about, again, that's reinforcing all the stuff. I'll stop overhyping it because
You think they might hold that till San Diego Comic-Con, which is
that's what I'm saying. It's okay. That's what I meant.
Yeah,
like
it's November
a
22nd. I think is November.
Oh,
is just
so
San Diego
I
Comic-Con.
No, I don't think Star Wars cares about Comic-Con anymore.
Yeah.
Star Wars,
Yeah, because
Star
they're
Wars,
basically doing their own thing.
they're not
Disney now.
doing shit there. Right,
It's Disney now. Disney don't care.
Yeah,
They-
D23.
They
and
don't care what they
Celebrations are
did with
care.
Black Widow. They don't care what they did with Cruella.
Well,
That's
the
taken
reason,
care of now, and so.
but isn't New York Comic Con going on now, or this week?
weekend?
Yes.
I want to
Yeah,
say
that-
this weekend.
And that's why I mentioned Boba Fett. That's why I mentioned again.
So we got to get ready for that Boba Fett pops coming in that
Yeah.
NYCC.
That's that, and that's why I kind of like thinking like maybe we'll get a trailer this week because of that. I don't know. Again,
I didn't even think about that. Could
putting
happen.
it out there. Let's have our
Yeah.
guards up. Let's see. I know, Scott. We don't even need a trailer at this point, honestly.
I know,
but
right?
I'll still watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you very much, Adrian. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll
Ayo,
watch him-
Mr.
I'll
Sith
watch him
Geek.
sitting
Thank
in
you,
his
sir.
throne
Thank you,
for
sir.
An hour. That's
Yeah, right,
it.
yeah.
Just
I'll
blow
try,
with
yeah.
his team shifting.
And we will. Yeah. Thank you, man, for
Greatest
joining us
episode.
again to end cap
Thank you
this
for having me, guys.
two-part discussion on visions and everything. I think a hot topic is coming. I don't care what Chris says. He's getting here more than a Monday. I think it'll be entertaining as hell and try to solidify the lore that's out there. Or the
We
EU
should turn
lore.
one of these into a live hot topic.
Did you
And
say
the three
EU?
of us, Moocher, Scott Solo, and I vote, and everybody else goes at it. You can give who your
There you go.
goes to.
Yeah, we could do it.
That's a valid point. That's a valid point.
Let's do it like Squid Games.
And we'll
I
ask
like
everybody
that.
in the pit.
Let's put our
Yeah.
lives on the line like Squid Games. We'll do that.
Whoa.
My life's on the line every day, man. I'm always ready.
There you go.
Everybody who's tuned in the pit now and everybody's that's watching this, everything, next Monday, we are going to have a giveaway. Okay, it's happening. I'm not
Oh.
going to tell you that. If you want to see the details of it, hit us on Facebook or Instagram. So we'll put that out there and see how this giveaway is going to be.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I made my
I'm-
return to Twitter today. All right, so
Oh,
I'm
no.
back. So stop picking on me. I'll put it on Instagram. I even told the Red 5 guys, okay, look, I'm back.
Did you
I'm
really?
sorry. I went back into the chat. Look, I've been missing because dude, half the crew is off right now on mental health breaks. The internet sucks. They're all, don't worry about it. We're all half off. They're all this group is off. This group is off. These guys
That's
will be back
hilarious.
next month.
That's hilarious.
Everybody.
Yeah. We're again. We're getting back into it. So next week on the show, pretty early, or maybe we're not going to tell you when, but we will definitely have a giveaway, and it's going to be cool. So
I don't something what it could.
something that
Might be signed, might not be.
It could
Yeah.
be. Yeah.
it's definitely cool. That's all I'll say. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to all you guys to tell us where you're at, where you can find you. I'll start with Mr. Sith Geek. Sorry.
There
Mr.
you go.
Yeah.
You can find me on Instagram under
No one cares.
Ayo _Mr.
Nobody
Biggie.
cares.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. God damn it.
No, they don't.
Uh,
They don't tune in here to listen to you.
Or me.
Kidding.
Anyways, yeah. And here in the last show, this one here, hope you guys, thank you guys again for having me
Yeah,
on.
of course, man. Oh,
And
it won't
I
be the
got new
last.
projects coming soon. That's a big thing that I dropped on my Instagram last night. So if you haven't had a chance to check my story, check that story. And where else? I didn't pour myself out this week, Ernie. You know, I did two shows. One was a 3-hour show, so That's borderline. Yeah, that's you know, I went Rogan with it, but yeah, you can just see all my content on Instagram. So thank you.
Nice, very very cool. Chris is back on Instagram. Hopefully, maybe. I know you said Twitter, so go ahead, Chris.
I got back on Twitter today, so you can find the Starlight Digest on Twitter. I'm going back on Instagram tomorrow. I'll start posting stuff. I even asked Scott if I could use the pictures in the chat. I don't know if you saw it. I was like, just make sure. You know,
absolutely. Okay. You have my full permission, my brother.
Making sure, and then because you know, I did Ashley and stuff. I want to make sure with pictures and stuff. You know, celebrities like Scott. I want to make sure I can share it.
Jesus Christ.
But I'll be back on there too. It just, man, I think I'm good now. I'm just gonna ignore everybody. It sucks.
Cool. That's the key, man. That is. Dude.
Chris does not ignore people. That's not him.
No, bro, you don't even know how many times I type stuff and I'm like, you know what? This sentence I just wrote, or paragraph, or 3-page diatribe about it, right? This isn't going to make a damn bit of difference in this person's life whatsoever when I correct them. So you know what? I'm not going to correct them. Delete.
Right.
You know, I'm just done with it. I once in a while, one will slip if I got a quick snarky comment. It'll be like, you know. Yeah.
Oh, that's easy. Snarky easy.
Yeah. But usually the ones I get heated about and I start typing stuff out, by the time I get to it, I'm like, I love my point. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to burn that.
It's like.
All right, Chris. I'll stop. Responding. I'll stop asking you questions, Chris. Okay, I'll stop. All right.
Respond with everything. Just a good for you.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Okay.
And Scott Solo, take it away, man. Like, where can we find you?
You can find me. Us. Yes, you can find us. That's the important thing. Starlight Digest Central on Facebook, if it still exists. I don't think it was completely. I think it's back now. So Starlight.
Facebook's up again.
Facebook's back.
Okay, Facebook is good. Yeah. So
they just lost $7 billion. Not a lot.
Russian hackers.
That's fine. Where we will continue this conversation. We're also going to be discussing ways of getting some stuff into your hands.
Yeah,
our faithful listeners. So we're going to work on the. We're going to work out the details there, but
yes.
I will say that a certain Togruta female Jedi's autograph might be in the mix here. So,
you didn't say that to me privately.
I did.
That's awesome.
So,
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you can catch us. You can catch Grand Admiral Franz on Instagram. That's awesome. Starlight Digest Podcast on Instagram. Our TikTok channel, tiktok.com, /r/ I don't fucking know. Starlight Digest Podcast
that's 2
on TikTok. That's 2.
I know, we're done.
We're good.
3 actually.
I was gonna say that, but I was gonna wait till the end of the show.
My bad. Also, you can find us maybe on Twitter. I don't know. It won't be me. And just think about joining us on Patreon. Okay, patreon.com/the Starlight Digest Podcast. We've got a lot of different tiers in there, from the weekly shout outs to actually sending you something. It could be artwork now. I've got a lot of artwork to send out to people. So let's do this. Join us.
Awesome. And finally, the Fallen Fat. Where can we find you?
Here every Monday night, but also with the Toy Migos on They're Not Dolls. You can check out Chat Migos Assemble on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. and then check us out on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. on our YouTube channel. We go over toys and talk everything that's going on. This Thursday will be a great show with the OG Super Crew. We do that at the beginning of the month now, where it's all of us, all the originals and everything, all in one. So Chris, I'll have to tell Johnny Sergeant Bananas about your story. That's definitely awesome.
Please do. Yeah.
So check us out there. Toy Migos, everything, just like Starlight Digest, everything, guys. What we need you guys to do in the pit is definitely go and tell your friends and share it. I mean, when you're on here, hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, hit all. This way you don't miss whenever we're on or anything.
Yeah.
And then, just like we said, we're on everything. We're on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Go check it out. Go share something. If you're in the pit and you enjoy it, then that's what we need you to do this week, is to share these episodes so that we can get more stories of the cons and like that we've been invited to, or anything else, just so we're just not riding Scott's coattails and sitting there holding his bags. You know what I'm saying?
I'm his barker all day, just so I can go to a con.
Right.
And our TikTok channel is going off right now.
It is, man.
It's going nuts. So that blows me away.
Again, thank you, Scott.
Yeah, Scott's running that one. Chris has the other ones, and Moocher produces all this. I just show up. Sorry, but You know,
No,
we
you're
got to
good,
get the
man.
name out there.
You're the name. You're the name. You're the talent here. Ernie.
There you go.
We're
We
here for
we
you,
name
brother.
dropped the Fallen Fett. They're like, dude,
Yeah.
you kidding me?
Really?
So,
Yeah.
you know, guys,
Where's he?
with
Why
that-
are you guys here?
Yeah, right.
Ashley
that
Eckstein
being
actually
said-
looked at me and she said, "You're Scott, right? Where's Ernie?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Ernie here? She fixed her hair and everything. Yeah.
Damn it.
So, guys, please do that. Go share it with everybody. That makes a huge difference. Right now, you know, everybody should have hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, hit all. Don't forget Patreon. That helps us out a lot in order to do these things that Scott shows up to and like that. It helps us like a lot. We're not just out buying toys or figures with it or anything like that. As you can see, we have enough of those.
Yeah.
It helps out the show. It helps out us and like that. Moocher will get back into some of the merchandise stuff. And trust me, you're going to want to get in on these giveaways. So go tell your friends because that will help you out. And it helps us out a lot. And we'll see you on all of the social media.
And
Awesome.
on Ernie's OnlyFans, BD Energy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The new stomach,
Yeah.
right?
It's heating up. It's heating up.
That's
I'm
the
paying
one.
that man's bills right now. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that. much.
Yeah.
Ernie,
Yeah.
my sub already renewed, so I'm good for.
Thank you.
I did
I'll
the
give-
3 months at a time, so
I'll get those pictures out to you.
it's a lot cheaper that way.
You still want
Oh,
it in
God.
Saber, right? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Oh, is that the
thinking
nickname we're giving it now? The
purple.
Saber?
Yes.
Sabers.
Yes.
Saber.
All right, I'm going to end this before it really goes off the rails and we get canceled. All right, guys,
Too
thank you
late.
very much. And with that,
Keep it nerdy, everybody.